house demolition. Look like demolishing back here, so I guess something new's coming. Something new should come back here anyway. Everything looks old and dated. Flags need to be remained. We already got a new classroom. So next year I should inspect a whole new half a emergency department. Good morning, Bios Cosmos Church. Please stand by. We're going to do a 2-minute layover. Just please stand by for me. All right. Thank you for your patience. So what I was doing just now is I just spoke to the Board of Education. They're very pleased with your department's progress. This is what, youth classroom, right? Your department has achieved nearly all of your requirement standards for passing the BCT. Youth department already got all of their standards. They have all their standards. You're only missing 2. And I think you're halfway done with 1. So really you're only missing 1, because how the test is set up is if you miss half of a standard, you can still pass. So we only teach half of the standards. I don't know how it's the test set up that way, but it's just set up that way. Because you don't want the test to be super duper long, but you don't necessarily need to get the whole standard. And the reason why is there's so much things we need to cover in a year, not enough classes, not enough specialty classes. So, and then we have so many new classes added on, and we didn't revise the standards. So therefore, we just take the load off by, oh, y'all, your children, so I don't know why I'm explaining the whole deal to you. But yeah. Either way, you learned pretty much everything already. throughout 2018 and 2019, except for one thing. Again, you will get it next week. Whatever you're missing, you will get next week. Next week is pretty much only for the adults. They're behind. The adults are behind. So you don't got the younger children don't have to come in next week. The teenagers only have to do one class next week, and that's that one that they're missing. And I think a half class, and they're going to share that with the adults. The adults, they got a lot of catching up to do, and they're going to be with me next week. So yes, they're going to be bios all week because they are really behind, legitimately behind, because testing is only 1 week away. Sundays are not included, and we only have one more Sunday school because the week of testing we can't teach anything. There's no teaching during the testing. There's going to be no classes. There's going to be nothing at all during the testing period. Literally. The only teaching, the only time you can come close to teaching is going to be service where I give my weekly sermon. And I have to modify it so I'm not teaching you anything that's on the test. I don't want to give away answers to the test, so the sermon has to be different. That's if I can preach that Sunday. I might not be able to preach. Service might be dumped that Sunday. There'll be no Sunday school. Oh yes, there'll be. There just won't be. We'll just be prepping for the test. That's it. But yeah. So I'm not here to torture you because it's our last day together. You won't see me again until August, at least not in this setting. We're gonna have lots of fun together over the summer, and hopefully we'll get to meet in person in a church building next year. How does that sound? This building is not open to the public, no, it's not. So, yes. That would be quite lovely, isn't it? I'm going to cut this short because nobody seems to be biting at the pastoral time. But the pre-youth, they literally got nothing left. You only have one, and then you got nothing left. The adults, they're pretty close. They got like 4 more, and then they have nothing left. So I should probably be drilling, but then see, you got to teach the adults 3 times, and then they finish the standard because their standards are vague. Yours is broken down. So theirs are vague, and then they have application standards which didn't go into effect for some reason. So your parents have application standards that they should have taken upon themselves to follow. But next year is going to be a mandatory part of your curriculum, your younger brother or sister's curriculum, your parents' curriculum, and then we're going to have a family curriculum. So it'll be good if we can push out the classes. No, there'll be no Saturday classes because we don't need them. We're already caught up on everything. So all the youth, God's Book of Life closed out yesterday. They ran their final class yesterday. They caught up on all their standards. Jesus Road production closed out yesterday. They caught up on all their standards. This is classroom closing out today. Young adult closed out Wednesday. They caught up on all their standards. Pre-youth closing out today. All of pre-youth, they caught up on all their standards. And you're gonna close out Tuesday. You caught up on all their standards. Bible study don't close out for little, doesn't ever close out because they don't have standards that they can catch up on. If we see that they're gonna catch up, we add more because we don't want them to close out. Specialty doesn't touch this semester. We don't let them because this is third semester summer. We don't want them in school on summer, on Saturday, on both. Because this is a school light deal. So that's why. Does that answer your question? So the only classes we have right now is youth, adult, Bible study, and Sunday service. We don't have anything else. And then the cat watching, that's not a class, that's just a program we do. Cat watching is just gonna run for the rest of the year. We have to have a video out every day. So we're gonna alternate between the Minecraft and the cat watching, the Minecraft cat watching. So if there's a day where there's no video, then there's gonna be a Minecraft video, cat watching video. But during testing, there'll be none of those. We just want focus on the testing. God's Book of Life, Department of Education, we're shutting the channels down over the summer, so nothing will be posted. You wanted to go back and over and watch the older videos. So there'll be no posts. Now, Sunday service will still be in effect. But over the month of July, it's not going to be like last year where you have Bible history, where you have all these other things, classes, where you have one class a day. No, you're going to have summer classes that are specific. But they're not going to be on the main channel. They're going to be on the Department of Education channel. So they're going to be in the same place, which is here, this Courts and Answers complex. But they're not going to be ran on the main YouTube channel. They're going to be ran on the Department of Education channel. That runs our summer bridge activities. The Emergency Department channel, well, the Emergency Department channel services every department in the church and all of our activities. So if we can't do something, then it goes there. Or if something gets dumped, or that's basically our backup. But our vision is that next year, every video from all of our channels will go to that Emergency Department channel. That's what we want. So all of our videos, so we have 2,000 videos on the main channel, 500 on the God's Book of Life channel, and I think probably 4 or 5 on the Department of Education. All of them will combine on the Emergency Department channel. And we'll update it probably about every 6 months. And this re-uploading on different channels is simply in case something happened to one channel, we can just keep the other channel running. And plus, to do the transfers, you have to download the videos into a place where you can keep them. So therefore, it works anyway. But over the summer, we are going to be doing that, and we are going to keep tracking the videos. So it's a security measure. Anything else? I'm not rushing you, but since not much people are coming, it's mostly staff members in here right now. It's all staff members. It's just us. You can ask me these questions during board meetings. Probably only during holidays. That's the only time we put a U.S. flag in its place. Other than that, it stays a Christian flag. I say it's a wonderful setup. You have the teacher's desk, the chair, the board, the clock, and then the flag. So I say the setup is traditional, professional looking, and classroom. We try our best. Down here was a major renovation struggle. So this is the final classroom of the year. It's youth, whatever it is. It's okay. It's the final youth classroom. But yeah, most importantly, it's just simply the final classroom of the year. I didn't teach today because there was nothing to teach. There's nothing left. There's no more curriculum. Now, of course, the Bible has endless curriculum. You can never run out of curriculum when you're dealing with the Bible. Next year, we're not going to have limited curriculum. We're not. This church education department has failed you somewhat to a certain degree on the curriculum part. It has failed you. But next year, we're going to make sure that we have statutes for guidelines. We're going to make the curriculum more vague, like the adult. The adult department was, you see, the adult department has the model curriculum because the model curriculum is vague, and then it has guidelines for application. But because the adult department was underused, underfunded, understaffed, and underpatronized, meaning that not enough people attended, not enough people watched the adult department videos, the adult department curriculum was silenced. If you look, Monday is a youth day, Tuesday is a youth day. Friday is a youth day. And I think Wednesday, just as well you call that a partial youth day. Partial, because Wednesday is the day where we do Bible study, but young adults, that's partial. That's young adult department still owned by the youth department. So it's a partial youth day. Thursday is the only day dedicated to our elders, because that's where the seniors go to, the adult department. And we need a senior department too, because that might bring more people into the church. And then now look at our weekends. We have Christian Youth Fellowship. We go down some more. That attracts people. Now we have the theology. We have biblical understandings. The biblical understandings attracts Family and Friends Day. That's 2. Teach me how to pray. That's going to attract younger people more so than older people, because older people are well versed in prayer. It's either you pray or you get a whooping. Those are your only 2 options. I think I'll pray. That's how it was back in the day. But nowadays, well, you could pray if you want to. You could don't pray if you want to, but I think you should pray. I used to get a whooping for not praying. I don't want to whoop you. I don't agree with the not whooping, to be honest with you. And trust me, if any kid in this church would hear this, they would say, I'm the pastor that's going around hating on child abusers and talking about how much I don't like them and all that. And here I am wanting to whoop kids. Well, what does the Bible say? That you should not spare the rod from your child, right? It's in a literal sense. It's not in a figurative sense. It's literal. Go on the youth department page. The rod, it didn't say, now this is considered a rod, but I wouldn't use this. I prefer belts, whatever. But hey, I could if I want to under God's law. God would allow me to, but I wouldn't anyway. I'd use something else. But if I'm supposed to and don't do it, and that child go out there and do something and get locked up, I'm gonna be getting punished for it. God's gonna punish me. God's not punishing him. Look what happened to Eli. His whole house died. Look what happened to Eli because he didn't punish his kids. His kids sinned and he got punished. His family got punished. You want to bet that even if you want to bet that if I had Eli's blood, I'd probably get punished too for something that, for him not punishing his kids. You have to discipline your kids. It's a fact of life. They come up with all this stuff nowadays, grounding, taking away games. Do that. But if it doesn't work, I'm a Jamaican, so you know what I'm thinking. You know what's running through my head already. Ask any Jamaican, any Caribbean people, South American people, African people, Indian people, Asian people. Ask any of them. Ask anybody that come from second or third world country. And you know what the answer is going to be. Only first world country is not interested in the whooping. As a society, there's individuals, because you know they're made up of different people. And I'm speaking the truth. But here at BIOS, we believe in God's law. We're not following after society now. They could be, it's possible. Everybody say, well, 2,000 people can't be wrong. Well, 2,000 people can be wrong. You know why? Because God's law is so righteous that nobody can follow all of it. No one. So when it comes to God's law, 1,000,000 people can be wrong. Hey, I'm not going to use this one, but guess what? There are thousands of people out there that are wrong as we speak about the way our churches are being led. God is being left out of the decision-making process of countless churches. And then we bring him back in after the decision is made for him to clean the mess up. When we're making the mess, we don't let him in for him to see us making the mess. But we bring him back in for him to clean the mess. You see? So when it comes time for God to clean the mess, he knew you were going to make the mess. He knew that's what you were. He knew what he was dealing with. So he just said, just go do it. I told him not to do this. I gave them the sign. Sometimes he's not going to do it. He just said, okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to have to go clean up this mess. So he'll just sit there and wait and wait and wait. You see God coming with this dustpan and this mop, and you say, well, why does he have a mop? And then you spill something everywhere, and then he says, this is why. I told you not to sin like this, and this is why I have a mop. If you would follow my commandments and keep my commandments and take up your cross and follow me, you wouldn't be in this mess. You see, he knows our heart. He knows our minds. Somebody say amen. Again, this is our final classroom. I love each and every one of you that has been with us since our inception. A lot of good things has happened to us for this program. I remember that I could still smell the fresh paint of this room. The fresh paint from when they first painted this wall. And the fresh chalkboard smell, I never forget it. From when they put this fresh chalkboard in this classroom. And it was just this deep black color. Just black as the night sky. And this clock used to be in tune. And there used to be absolutely nothing here. This plant wasn't here. We used to have plants on the patio here, but there was absolutely nothing here. The flag wasn't even here for the first session. Just the clock and this nice blackboard. The pulpit podium was here for a few months, and then we were blessed with this table and this chair and this plant. And just recently blessed with this palm plant, which every time I come in here is gone. So we're highly blessed and favored. And now we have a curtain to cover the storage area. This door was painted in our favor. This used to be the Bible study area. But as you see, that got moved over there. This used to be the meeting room. But now we have a classroom put up here for advanced educational purposes. And because of this, we're now able to do advanced education, do advanced diagram and games, all in this one area, all the more easier. And I could remember walking in here the first day and smelling the fresh paint. It's all over now until August. Well, it was a joy working with you this church year. Thank you for attending Bios Kósmos Church. Have a good summer and may God bless you.